All right, so welcome to Yoga to the People live streaming, Power Yoga. My name is Richard. I'm going to be the instructor for this next hour. I'm coming to you guys from New York City, specifically the Bronx, the Boogie Down Bronx. So hopefully maybe the sequence will reflect that or not at all. um, I'm really grateful that you guys are joining me this hour. Please make sure that well, I already muted you guys, so you guys should be good with that. I will not be playing any music. So if you wish to have some music, you're welcome to maybe use Yoga to the People on Spotify if you require some sort of a playlist, or maybe you already have that, or maybe even silence could be a great thing. I welcome you to keep your cameras on so that I can see you and that you can inspire me as well to see your body moves as we stretch and breathe throughout this next hour. All right, okay, great. So let's go ahead and begin in a child's pose, please. Go ahead and start bringing your hips towards your heels, your forehead's on your mat. And right away, you're gonna get options as always. If your shoulders are feeling particularly tight right now at this moment, I would say pull the arms behind you, palms face up. That way your shoulder blades can roll down. Make sure you pull them away from your ears so there's no tension in the posture. And then also if the hips are feeling kind of tight, explore the posture with your knees really wide apart. And then maybe somewhere in the middle or maybe at some point fully closed so that you can create a little shelf for your belly. So the idea is that you want to find comfort in this posture. So one is not better than the other. It's just trying to relax the body fully so that you're not concerned with the body, so that you can start shifting your awareness to what's most important, and that is the breath. The breath is foundational to any yogic practice. So it is of most importance. So start paying attention to that, or perhaps create a pattern to the breath. Remember, both of them are equally important, the inhales and your exhales. Inhales will charge you. Exhales will help create release from whatever might surface from the postures. Could be something energetically, or maybe just something physical. So number one, always the breath. Remember, you can come back to this posture at any time throughout this hour. Take care of yourself. Listen to your body. You know your body best. You're always going to be your own best teacher. Something that we do specific to our practices at Yoga to the People are vibrational breaths. We do HAs, HMs, flutter of the lips, sighs. I recommend that you explore that. That might shift your practice as well. So we'll begin that right now. Go ahead and expel all of the breath out of your lungs. Everything out, 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 out. Push it out. SH. Take a gentle, energizing inhale. Fill the belly first. Then let it rise to your chest. Hold it at the top of the neck, top of the throat, and release it with a gentle HM. Very good. If you haven't done so already, use the next inhalation to start walking your fingertips forward. You can lift your elbows up, your forearms up, start tenting up through your fingertips. And then actively start pulling the tailbone towards the back. Try to create length through your spine. Maybe even lift the tip of the nose off of the mat to create that length so there's less rounding. Or maybe lift your hips a little higher and arch the spine a little bit down, more of a back bend sensation to create that stretch. Inhale to tuck your toes under. Exhale to start shifting your hips up and back. It's going to be your first official downward facing dog. We'll be doing this posture a lot. So get into it, move it around, explore it, try to be organic with it. Notice how that feels for you instinctively, and then you can get more specifically into the architecture of this posture, the archetype, which ultimately they're all ideas. Most important here is the experience that you can cultivate for yourself. Pedal out the legs, bend the knees, maybe some donkey kicks. Good, and once you've explored that, go ahead and now pay attention more so to your hands. Spread your fingers really wide, create an L shape between your index fingers and your thumbs. And use the tips of your fingers, press them into the mat, your knuckles and the heels of the palms. Try to create more of a suction cup sensation. Notice how that feels. Dig the tips deep into your mat. Pull the armpit, sit, strain out your arms into the strength of your upper body. Start pushing your chest towards your thighs. Very active here. Feel that. You want to register that sensation. And once you got that, move on. Bend the knees a lot. Connect your belly to your thighs. Now focus on the sensation of your spine. Rotate the pelvic bowl, tailbone up more so up towards the ceiling. Notice how that feels. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, straighten out your legs and push your heels towards the mat. Create a hamstring stretch, a calf stretch. Very good. Now, as you inhale, lean yourself forward into your plank pose. Activate the core muscles of your body. Stack your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders. You want your shoulders, your hips, and your knees stacked, right? One straight line. The pubic bone towards the navel so that your tailbone reaches more towards the back heel. Good. Now, activate the quads of your legs. Look down at the mat. Elongate through your neck. As you inhale, push away from your mats. As you exhale, lower halfway down, hug your elbows by your ribs. It's Chaturanga Dandasana, chest a little forward. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Keep your legs actively engaged. Squeeze your glutes, your shoulders towards each other. Relax them down. Exhales, downward facing dog. Very good. Breathe in through the nostrils. Exhale through your nostrils. Breathe in through your nostrils. Exhale through your nostrils. On your inhalation, stretch the right leg behind you, kick the back wall, keep your hips leveled here. Right, keep stretching it away from the right side hip socket. Now inhale to lift it up higher, and on your exhale, open it up. Stack your right hip on top of your left, bend the right knee, point the right toes. You can find a back bend twist here. Really arch your spine, look over the left side of the body, and see if you can find your right toes. Good. On your next inhale, start squaring your hips, level them out, stretch the right leg behind you, but keep your toes pointed. And as you exhale, bring your right knee high into your right shoulder and connect both of your limbs. Very good. Squeeze your belly. Inhale the right leg all the way up and back, leg straight, point toes. Exhale, right knee towards your left shoulder, twist it, squeeze it. Good. Inhale the right leg all the way up and back. On your exhale, right knee into your forehead. Round the spine a lot like a cat. Squeeze your belly. Breathe into your upper back. Inhale the right leg all the way up and back. And on your exhale, release it in between your hands. Good. Now drop your back knee down, but do keep your back toes tucked. Puff up through your chest, equestrian posture, like you're going to take off. Take one more inhale, and on your exhale, bring your left foot to meet the right. Forward bend, Uttanasana. Everyone in the front of the mat. Now, for accessibility purposes, you can maintain your feet either distance of your hips. Yeah, about 2 fists in between, but if you feel that the balance is really good, maybe your feet together. See how that feels. Go for opposite hands, elbows. You can place the hands on the nape of the neck. You can pedal out the legs. If you have a lot of tension through your shoulders, interlock your fingers behind your back, palms touch, and then you extend the arms forward. Use the breath to navigate the sensations. Inhales, move. Exhales, move again. Exhales, more of a release, more of a surrendering. Inhale to move the energy around. Very good. Now release what you have going on. Inhale, half lift, flat back. You can place your hands on your shins, but if the flexibility supports you, then maybe your fingertips on the mat. Arch your spine like a back bend, shoulders away from your ears. Weight a little forward, lift up through your kneecaps. Exhale, release it, forward bend. Straight to the back bend. Inhale, rise up to stand up. Reach up tall towards the sky, then bump your hips forward. Inhale, look up, look back, stretch it back, extend the spine back. Exhale, release it, forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Very good. Go ahead and now place both hands on the mat. Bend the knees if you need to. Glide the right leg behind you. Right leg behind you. Great. Now place both hands on top of your left knee, and you can actively push away from your left knee. Press the right foot down towards the mat, the top of the foot. Good. And then you can squeeze your left glute. Keep squeezing that right glute. Press the top of your foot into the mat. Think that your upper chest is going to face the sky. Parallel. Take one more inhale, and on your exhale, release both hands down towards the mat. Inhale to tuck your toes under, lift up your knees, and on your exhale, release the left leg behind you for your plank pose. Inhale, push away from your mats. Exhale, lower halfway down, Vinyasa flow. Breathe in for 5. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 3. Exhale for 2. Breathe in for 1. Inhale, stretch the left leg behind you, kick the back wall. Hips leveled at first, away from the hip socket. And now as you exhale, open your bodies up. Back bend the spine. Bend the knee, point the toes, arch the spine as much as you can. Keep looking over the right side of the body, find the toes. Good, inhale, come back to square off the hips, stretch the left leg behind you, and as you exhale, bring your left knee high into the left shoulder, connect the limbs. Beautiful, inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee high into the right shoulder, squeeze it and twist it. Beautiful, inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee into the forehead, rounded cat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale the left leg up and back. Exhale, release left foot in between the hands. Keep the back knee down, back toes tucked, equestrian pose. Puff up through your chest, preparations to take off. And on your exhale, bring your right foot to meet the left. Forward bend, Uttanasana. Good, we're gonna speed it up. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, release it, forward bend. Inhale, rise up, stand up, look back, reach it back, back bend the spine. Exhale, release it, forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Drop your palms on the mat, bend the knees if you need to. Glide the left leg behind you, drop the back knee down, untuck toes. And now place the hands on top of your right knee. Remember, you push away from the knee. If you can, arms straight. If you can, chest parallel to the ceiling. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. This can squeeze your right glute. Press top of your foot into the mat. Look up, look back, reach it back. And as you exhale, drop both hands down towards the mat. Tuck the back toes under, lift up your back knees. Stretch that right leg behind you for your plank pose. Inhale, push away from your mats. And on your exhale, lower halfway down, Vinyasa flow. Very good work. Breathe in for 5. Exhale for 4. Breathe in for 3. Exhale for 2. Breathe in for 1. Bend the knees a lot. Look forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, step, jump, float towards front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up. Look back. Back bend. Exhale, release it, forward bend. Beautiful, son. Go ahead and do these mountain poses, 5 sets on your own. We'll meet again in a forward bend. Once you've completed your 5th set, inhale, half lift. Exhale, release, break your posture. Go ahead and walk your feet together, toes touch, heels touch. Good, on your inhale, hips down, arms up from your thunderbolt. Bring your palms to touch, cross your thumbs. Good, so for this posture, pull your armpits in. You wanna straighten out your arms. So if there's a bend through your elbows, just simply stretch your arms more forward instead of up towards the ceiling so you can do so. Sit really low, puff up through your chest, squeeze your inner thighs together. You want maximum weight on your heels. Sit a little lower, lift your chest a little higher, breathe a little bit deeper, exhale, release it, forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Drop your palms on the mat, step back into plank pose, Vinyasa flow. Go ahead and now expel all of the breath out of your lungs. Empty everything out, 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 out. Breathe in with intention. Take a deep, strong inhale. Hold it at the top and release it, H-A, ha. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Inhale the right leg all the way up and back. Legs straight, point toes, feet it against those fingertips. Exhale, release it in between your feet or your palms. Good. Anchor down your back foot. Come up into your first warrior one on the right side of the body. So this is all going to start by angling your back foot as tight as you can. Think about 45, maybe 65 degrees, really depending on the mobility of the ankle. So explore that. And now start shifting your right hip back, left hip forward. That should give you more mobility. If the mobility is not there, you can always take a shorter stance to find that, or maybe even a wider stance will give you more movement. Stay low though, stay low in the lunge, and now squeeze your inner thighs together. This is very active. Squeeze your abdominal walls, preparations for the back bends. Inhale, look up, look back, reach it back, back bend. And as you exhale, drop both palms on the mat, right leg back, take your vinyasa flows. Inhale, lengthen and stretch the left leg all the way up and back. Exhale, release it in between your hands, back foot down, come up, warrior one on the left. So at this point, you have some information, you have some knowledge. Use the knowledge that's been offered to you. Start off with the angling of your back foot. This time shift right hip forward, left hip back to find that squaring. Stay low, seal the back leg strong and straight. Remember, it's your power source. Squeeze your inner thighs together and take deep, strong inhales as you reach up, look up, reach it back, back bend. Exhale, drop your palms on the mat, left leg back, Vinyasa flow. This is going to be your second one breath one movement. It's technically a Surya Namaskar B. You will begin with a chair pose and then warrior one on each side. We'll meet on the front side of the mat in a forward bend. Final moments wherever you're at. Preparations to transition from the front of the mat. Make sure your feet are together. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, release it, forward bend. Second set, inhale, hips down, arms up, thunderbolt. You have the information. Straighten out your arms, armpits in, sit really low. Keep squeezing your thighs together. Lift up through your chest. Take an inhalation, and on your exhale, bring your hands towards heart center. Good, beautiful. Inhale, puff up through your chest. And as you exhale, you're gonna twist towards the right. Bring your left elbow on top of the right knee. So right away, you're gonna notice that your left knee is gonna extend forward. Pull your left knee back. Do it from the hip instead. You wanna keep your hips square so that you can really twist from that spine. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. If you wish, you can explore a fly away. Bring your right arm up and your left arm down. Keep puffing up through your chest. Or maybe a half bind. Wrap your right arm around the left side inner thigh. Keep squeezing from low, mid, upper spine. Stay strong, stay low. Inhale, come back towards the center. It is a strong moment. Puff up your chest. And as you exhale, twist towards the left. This time, bring your right elbow on top of the left knee, and right away, slowly start drawing that right hip back. Do it from the hip instead of the knee. Stay low, puff up through your chest. And then when you're ready, find the flyaway, perhaps the half bind, or maybe even a full bind. Grab your right arm underneath your thighs. Grab your top hand fingertips, draw them down. Think that your chest is gonna face the ceiling. Find a moment, squeeze and twist and squeeze. Good. Inhale, come back towards the center. A moment of release, come up to standing. And now prepare to back bends. Inhale, look up, look back, stretch it back. Exhale, release it, forward bends. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Drop your palms on the mat, step back, take your vinyasa flows. Breathe in for 5, exhale for 4, breathe in for 3, exhale for 2, breathe in for 1. Inhale the right leg up and back, exhale, swing it in between your palms, back foot down, come up for your warrior 1. On your exhalations, open it up for the warrior 2. So here you want to take a much wider stance. Think your back foot is more at a 90-degree angle or your back toes slightly in. Now solidify the back leg strong. Sit low in the lunge. Keep that scissoring sensation through your thighs. Keep pulling the pubic bone towards the navel so you can find more length to that low back. Relax your shoulders as you extend the arms away from your shoulder sockets. Gaze over the right shoulder and now try to soften something. Soften the mind or maybe the thoughts. But it's really hard to do that. How do you really soften the thoughts, right? You just have to breathe and keep focus to the gaze. Sit a little lower because you can. Breathe a little bit deeper, and on your exhale, cartwheel your hands down, release the right leg back for your vinyasa flow. Inhale, lift your left leg up and back. Exhale, swing it in between your palms. Back foot down, come up, warrior 1. And now as you exhale, open the body up for your warrior 2. This time, left arm forward, right arm back. Find that wide stance. Open up your hips. Open up the pelvis. Open up your chest, your heart. Really expand the lungs as much as you can. Breathe deep as you sit lower in the lunge. The pushing and pulling sensation. Keep pushing the outer edge of your back foot in the mat. Feel really solid and grounded on the mat. Stay low. Take one more inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Release the left leg back. Vinyasa flow. One breath, one movement. Warrior 1, 2. I know for me, I took class earlier in the morning and there's been just a lot of feeling like, this isolation is giving me all those sorts of thoughts, a lot of like contemplation. So right now in my practice, I'm not going so much inward, I would say. For me right now, it's more of a physical practice because I'm just building up a lot of energy, being stagnant. So for me right now, it's just about moving the body and notice what the difference of maybe half an inch in a posture can shift the experience and how amazing that is, right? It's like a puzzle, like just multiple versions, dimensions of these postures, lessons. Like there could be thousands of books in just one posture. And it's just all about the right timing. Once you're in your downward facing dog, go ahead and expel all of the breath out completely. Everything out, 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 out. Find one sweet inhale, hold it at the top, and release it with your HA. Good. Inhale, lean yourself forward into your plank pose. And at the count of 3, drop your bellies on the mat for 3, for 2, for 1. Beautiful. Shalavasana, locust. Go ahead and extend both arms forward. And now for this one, your palms are going to face down. So you have to keep your legs completely straight. There's no bending of the knees. If you sense that you're bending through your knees, simply drop the legs lower, then straighten them out and focus on lifting more your upper chest. Let's give it a go. Take a deep inhale, arms up, legs up, chest up. For this one, palms face down like a superhuman, like you're flying through the air. Look up towards the ceiling, legs straight, point toes, look up, 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 up. Exhale, release. Listen carefully. Now go ahead and place your forearms down on the mat. Keep your elbows underneath your shoulders for your sphinx posture. So it's a back bend sensation. You can squeeze your legs together, press the tops of your feet into the mat, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Remember to pull your shoulders away from your ears. Keep puffing up through your chest. Become the sphinx. You're grounded and supported and proud. All right, so it's gonna start getting interesting. Listen carefully. Remember, you can use the tips of your fingers to really ground yourself down. Go ahead and tuck your toes under and lift your knees off of the mat for your dolphin plank pose. Good, remember to keep everything stacked, your shoulders, your hips, and your knees. That's the hard part. It is a plank pose, dolphin plank pose. Stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, start walking your toes forward, bring your hips up and back for your dolphin posture. So your forearms are still on the mat. This is actually a really hard posture. Make sure you're not bringing your shoulders towards your ears. Stay strong through your upper body. If you can, look forward, not completely relax the neck. Think that your hips gonna stack on top of your shoulders. So it's less of a V shape, more of a straight line. On your inhale, bring your right leg up towards the sky, point the toes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your right foot down. Inhale the left leg up and back. Point toes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Drop down to your knees. A moment of release. Place your right hand down, left hand down for your tabletop position. And now you can do 5 sets of cat-cows on your own. You can start off with a cat. You round the spine, you compress it, you look at the navel. It's an exhalation, and as you inhale, you back bend the spine. Tailbone up and back, you look up towards the ceiling. You could do circular motions through your spine as well, which feels really nice. I like to do this posture where my fingertips face my thighs. I pull my armpits in. And that feels really good because it helps me stretch my forearms and my wrist by releasing my hips more so towards the heels. All right, listen carefully. Go ahead and flip your fingertips forward. Come back to your regular tabletop position at first, and then start getting to more of a back bend sensation. Sternum forward. We're gonna do chin push-ups. Make sure that your fingertips are facing forward. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. It's a back bend sensation, good. And on your exhale, bring your chin on the mat, hug your elbows by your ribs. At the same time, right leg up and back, leg straight, good. Inhale, come up, 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 3 times. Exhale, chin on the mat. Beautiful, inhale, come up, 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 up. Exhale, chin on the mat. Good, inhale, come up, 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 up. Drop the knee down, stabilize. Very good, I know. Make sure you're breathing, stick with the breath, get a kick out of it. Left leg up and back, leg straight, back bends. And on your exhale, chin on the mat, elbows by your ribs, arch the spine, beautiful. Inhale, come up, 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 up. I'm watching you. Exhale, chin on the mat, very good. I see it. Inhale, come up, 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 up. Last and final, exhale, chin on the mat. Beautiful. Inhale, come up, give it what you got. And as you exhale, knee on the mat. Good. Find the breath. Stabilize the heart, stabilize the mind, or maybe a quick child's pose. Very good. Inhale, tuck your toes under, and on your exhale, bring your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good, you guys are doing really good. Let's keep moving. Inhale the right leg up and back. Exhale, swing it in between your hands. Back foot down, come up, warrior 1. Exhales, open it up for the warrior 2. You have the posture, you have the information. Now use your efforts. It's 90% efforts. Sit low, pull the arms apart. And when you're ready, flip your right palm, reach it forward. And as you exhale, you reverse it. your peaceful warrior, and try to find that moment, that peaceful moment. Stay low in the lunge, scissor your inner thighs together. Keep the integrity of the posture. Make sure that your knees still stacked on that ankle. No back bend. Keep pulling the pubic bone towards the navel. Focus on the right side of the body. Listen carefully. Stay in the reverse, but strain out your right leg. Give it a deeper stretch. Good. And as you exhale, bring your right hand towards the inside of your right foot for your triangle trikonasana, or you can keep your hand on top of your right shin. So you measure it out. If you notice that your chest and shoulders are reaching forward and down, then you're gonna want your hand on your shin. That's most important. The idea is you wanna keep opening up your chest. Maybe even a half bind, left arm around your low back, bring the fingertips inside of their thigh. I just focus on the back bend as the sensation. Final moments, give it one more inhale. And on your exhale, bring your left hand down towards the inside of your right foot. You're gonna have to take a shorter stance here for your revolving triangle, Parivrita Trikonasana. Take a shorter stance, and a tighter angle through your back foot will give you more mobility through those hips. So try to square your hips, notice that. And then start twisting from low back, mid back, upper back. Look up towards the ceiling as you keep twisting through those hips. Anchor down to the foot, maybe like relax the toes a little bit as you keep breathing. You have to find the sweet spot in the posture, and when you do so, you can stay there for a really long time. Take one more inhale, and on your exhale, release your right hand down, right foot back, take your vinyasa flows, reset. Once you take your flow, let's meet up in a warrior two on the left-hand side of your bodies. From your warrior two, go ahead and now flip your left palm, reach it forward as you inhale, and as you exhale, you reverse it. Find that peaceful moment in the posture, that meditative moment. Close your eyes, unperturbed, undisturbed. Avoid collapsing to the right side oblique. Use your cores here. Keep lifting up, and when you're ready, you can straighten out your left leg, lift up through your kneecap. Find one deeper stretch as you keep your shoulders stacked. And on your exhales, triangle trikonasana, maybe left hand, left shin, or maybe on the inside of the foot. So remember, less about what it looks like, more about the experience you're cultivating from within. That's the true nectar of this practice. Either reach up with the arms apart or cultivate that half bind, maybe one day a full bind, by activating those thighs, that thigh strong. Take one more inhale, and on your exhale, go ahead and release that right hand towards the inside of your left foot. Remember, you have to find that shorter stance, that tighter angle through your back foot placement, and then square those hips as you start twisting from your low, mid, upper back. Look at your left shoulder, and notice how far apart that is, chin from shoulder. Try to keep that parallel as well. Keep twisting and squeezing. Find the sweet spot posture for you and breathe into it. Take it apart, put it back together. Final moments, pull it apart as you inhale, and as you exhale, release your hand down. Release the left leg behind you. Take your vinyasa flow. This is your final one breath, one movement. Warrior one, two, reverse. And then if you wish, you can explore your triangles. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. Once you find yourself in your downward facing dog, go ahead and expel the breath out of your lungs. Empty everything out to the universe. Make peace with it. Shh. Take a deep inhale from belly to the chest. Fill it up as much as you can. Take another sip. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release HA. Half pigeon. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, swing it in between your palms. Walk your foot into your left hand. Open the knee into the right hand. If you have a really tender right knee, flex your right foot a lot. If you can, 90 degrees. Otherwise, you bring your right foot closer towards the left side hip bone. That'll give you more control, more mobility on the sensation on the right side of the hip. Keep your left leg aligned with the left side hip bone, and you can drop down to your forearms, maybe eventually the chest. Maybe eventually you may walk your fingertips forward, more of a lengthening and releasing sensation. Pay attention to the work, where the work is at, and try to linger there. And then once you're here, you can really use the breath to navigate through the sensations that may come up in this posture. Like, notice if energetically the intensity of the posture might shift somewhere else to another part of your body, right? We know that it's the hip, but maybe it might manifest somewhere through your hands where you're holding something really tight, and maybe the hands maybe even start getting sweaty. Soften that. Pay attention to that. And then maybe if your shoulders have lifted up higher, try to relax that. Yeah, just like that. And maybe if, for some of you, you need to pull the arms behind you so that you can surrender. Yeah, you do that. That's a great choice. Then soften the eyebrows, especially your jaw. Notice if you're locking it. Stick with 3 more breaths and try not to move unless you have to. And what does that really mean? Very well. Go ahead and now place your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your right toes or your left toes under. Walk them forward. It'll give you more space to help release the right leg behind you. So you have a choice now. You may either take a Vinyasa flow if that helps you reset yourselves, but you're welcome to bypass it and go straight to the half pigeon experience on the left side of the body.
I can do anything I want, right?
Remember, this side could be very different. So you want to breathe into that. Maybe breathe into the left side of the hip. And notice if it shifted into your shoulders or into the weight of the eyes or the eyelids. Or sometimes you may feel some pulsing sensations through your fingertips. And maybe you're not feeling any of these things, which is information in itself. 5 more breaths. And then when you're ready, start placing your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck right toes under, walk the foot forward, create space, and then release the left leg behind you. Take your final vinyasa flows of this hour. And once you're back in your down dog, maybe pedal out the legs, bend the knees, donkey kicks. You want to continue to research the mobility of your body. You've moved a lot at this point. We're 3/4 into the practice. All right, let's transition into the camel. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, drop down to your knees. Keep your knees distance of your hips. You can go wider, but then the back bend is going to fall more into your lower back. So you have that option, right? The knowledge. If your knees are any closer together, meaning closer than your hips, then that means you should have a really good back bend. But remember that you maintain the posture through your breath. It's 80-20 breath. So knees hips with distance, squeeze your inner thighs together, place your hands on your low back, fingertips face down, squeeze your elbows, your shoulder blades together, fill up your lungs to capacity, and now go ahead and bump your hips forward, look up, look back, reach it back. If you feel comfortable, then you can place your right hand on your heel. Good, thumbs face out, and then you do the opposite hand. If you're sensing a lot of fear, then stay where you're at. Just focus on lifting your upper chest and remember to breathe to help calm the mind. Squeeze to the pelvic floor as you squeeze your inner thighs together. Lift up through your chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your right hand behind your back and then your left hand. And then as you exhale, bring your hips towards your heels for your hero's posture. This is a super important posture. Keep your spine erect. You're welcome to do a mudra if you're into that sort of thing, right? They're like keys to the universe. But do keep your spine straight, keep your chin leveled, and then close your eyes. You can create some gratitude here for whatever's meaningful or important to you. Or maybe all of the hard work that you've cultivated this hour, you can offer it to something or someone else. And slowly start flooding your eyes open. You can place your palms on the mat and draw your legs through. Maybe you could do your right hip, left hip, or you can lift your hips a little higher, cross your ankles, and then you bring them through. That's always fun to do. You could get blocks or books and explore that. All right, now we're gonna do a seated forward bend. Go ahead and straighten out your legs. Flex your feet a lot, your heels forward, toes towards you. Maybe rock the weight off of the sit bones. Lift up through your kneecaps. Pull your arms up towards the sky. Take a deep inhale, get tall. And as you exhale, grab your feet. Pull your chest and your shoulders forward and down. If you're not there yet, bend the knees a lot. Grab your feet and then extend them until you're taut. If you can grab your feet with ease, then think of pulling your tailbone more towards the back wall as opposed to into the mat. You want to rotate that pelvic bowl. And now to the strength of your arms, you can pull the spine apart, but remember shoulders away from your ears. Try to relax as you push and pull in the posture. Every inhale, use the strength of your body. Every exhale, you surrender and release. Very good. On your inhale, start rising up slowly. Stack your spine, vertebra by vertebra. All right, from here, we're gonna try something different. We're gonna do some leg cradles. So bend your right knee a lot. Think 90 degrees. Flex your right foot a lot and bring it towards your chest. So like you're holding a baby or a puppy or a bag of rice. All right, now go ahead and rock the leg from side to side. Remember, you're rocking a baby. Your left leg is still flexed. It's very active. It's your partner in the posture. Good, give it one more twist. And when you're ready, you drop it down and then you switch left leg. Flex your foot a lot. Bring it towards the chest and then sway from side to side. I try to sneak in a mudra and then breathe into it. All right, very good. Go ahead and drop your left leg down on the mat. And now let's prepare for boat pose. These are your options. You can bring your hips more so towards the front of the mat to give you space. So I'll give you 3 options. Option 1, you can keep the soles of your feet on the mat if you need support. Option 2, you balance on the sit bones, legs more so 90 degrees. Option 3 will be the full expression, legs completely straight, 45 degrees, point the toes. Bring your arms forward, bring your palms to touch. Think more of a back bend. Inhale, puff up through your chest. And as you exhale, twist towards the right. Strong exhale, twist towards the right. Keep those palms touching. Inhale, come back to center. And on your exhale, you twist towards the left. Keep twisting and squeezing. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist towards the right. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist towards the left. One more. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Stay. Open up your arms, shoulder width distance. Inhale, knees to chest, chest to knees. And on your exhales, lower, lengthen, and hover. And you stay. That's it. Collapse. Release. You could do some bicycle crunches if you're still hungry for more. Very good. And when you're ready, bring your knees towards your chest. And now wrap your arms around your legs. Squeeze it tight, 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 tight. Opposite hands, elbows, or the forearms or your wrist. Try to keep your lower spine towards the mat. And then soften the grip as you inhale, bring the soles of your feet together for your butterfly. Interlace your hands around your feet. Extend your knees forward as you bring the soles of your feet towards your chest. So remember, you could do this in stages. Remember, low spine still on the mat, chin towards throat, and on your exhale, open it up for the happy baby. Stack your ankles on top of the knees. Grab the soles of the feet and then draw them down. So here, think that your arms are gonna be behind the thighs, like literally behind your shoulders. If it feels good for you, you can straighten out the right leg, then the left leg, or perhaps both legs. Listen carefully, we're gonna prepare for a shoulder stand. On your inhale, bring your legs up towards the sky, place your hands on your low back, fingertips face up. So find the general posture and then clean it up by walking your shoulder blades closer together. You want it tighter as opposed to so loose. And then try to stack your ankles, your knees, and hips, and your shoulders. It's helpful to use your core here so that you can create more of a lifting sensation as opposed to just collapsing down. If you can't, squeeze your legs together as a sensation, whether your calves touch or not, that's irrelevant. Point the toes. If you're feeling very meditative, maybe focus on the navel or the toes. Take one more inhalation. And on your exhale, start releasing the legs behind you for your plow pose. Either use your core or use your intelligence. Bring your hips a little forward will be more of the counterbalance to drop your legs down. Maybe try the legs straight if that's a possibility. If you're not there, fine, bend the knees instead. And then when you're ready, you can bend the knees a lot. Bring your knees towards your ears for the deaf man posture. Notice how that feels. Keep your hips on top of your shoulders and then maybe wrap your arms around your legs, around your thighs. It's like a version of an embryo pose. The final version, which is super hard and challenging, but that's all based on perspective. Maybe you can bring your knees together Place the knees on the crown of the head and see if they can slide down on the mat. It's for a real deep compression of the spine, like a super rabbit. Take one more inhalation. And as you exhale, slowly, gently, start releasing your legs down for your final Shavasana. We still have time. I'm gonna walk you through a Yoga Nidra, a deep relaxation. I know everyone's from different places, but here it's nighttime, so I'm just trying to prepare the body. Try to completely relax, bring your shoulder blades towards each other and your shoulders away from your ears. Start relaxing your toes. Relax the arches of your feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your shins. Relax your calves. Relax your knees, your inner thighs, your outer thighs. Relax your quads and your hamstrings. Relax your hip bones, the pelvic bowl. Relax your fingertips, your knuckles, your palms, your wrists. Relax your forearms, your elbows, biceps, triceps, and your shoulders. Relax the deltoids. Effortless, undisturbed, unperturbed. Relax your belly, upper belly. Relax your low chest, mid chest, upper chest. Relax the front of your throat. Relax your low back, mid back, upper back. Relax the back of the neck. Relax the back of the head. Relax your skull. Relax your brain. Soften the forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes and your eyeball sockets. Relax your cheeks, your chin. Relax your upper lip, bottom lip. Relax your jaw. Relax your gums and your teeth. Completely relax the tongue. I want to thank you all so much for this hour. As you know, we are a donation-based community. We suggest that you give $12 per class. Of course, you give what you can. If you're in a place that you can, please do so. Just check out our website, yogatothepeople.com/donate, and you can give there whatever you think is best. I want to thank you again so much for the hour, and happy Earth Day. We have ongoing classes, so just check out our website for some updates. I'll give you the quote for today. This is by Albert Einstein, and he said, "Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better." Keep checking out our websites. We have a training coming up early next month, so check that out. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us, and keep exploring our classes as well. We're also offering some pranayama classes, which is really also powerful in this class. I want to thank you all so much. Go ahead and now expel all of the breath out of your lungs. Empty everything out, 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 out. SH. Shh. Take a sweet, rich, inspiring inhale. Fill it up towards the top. Maybe take one more sip. Train, hold it, and release it. HA. Go ahead and wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingertips, and you can roll over towards the right side of your body. Come up to a comfortable seated position. You can sit on your heels or cross-legged. Once again, I want to thank you all so much. My name is Richard. It's been an honor for me to serve you and guide you this hour. Keep practicing no matter what. Keep doing pranayama. Thank you so, so much.